Hello, happy Wednesday the 8th. Thank you for watching my channel. I just wanted to get on here and talk about some things, especially about mindsets and spell work and the power of words. Like words are a spell, or how they are a spell. One of the biggest examples I can actually show you right now, is one of my friends knows I love skulls. Anything that has to do with skulls, skeletons, I love, like in a cute way, not a weird, creepy way. But I love them. They fascinate me. Like, for me, that's the barest form of humans are. But she got me this cup, my favorite. I love it on the outside. But the inside, every day I look at this and it says dead inside. And every day I look at it and it's like, my inner voice is like, I'm not dead inside. Like, it bothers me every time I see that when I'm drinking out of it, but I try to focus on the things I like on the outside, but the inside is what really bothers me. So I ended up having to change that cup, and I'm gonna have to get rid of it because every time I read that, I feel that, and it's like, I'm not dead inside. So I went to Target today to get some more things to help me move, some bins that I could put on top of my car, and I found this one. Trust the process. And not only is it like super girly and stuff like I like, but like it has a better message behind it. And like my mood and my mindset feel completely different from the two. Dead inside. I'm not dead inside, and it really bothers me to read that, but I love the outside of that cup. Like, it makes me feel like I have no soul when I read that, and I am full of soul. So this is my new coffee cup. But then, like, I haven't been on here for a minute because it's been rough. I've been going through a ego death, and it obviously needed to happen because my head was still too big for a lot of things. And even though I've been grateful for the opportunities that I've been given, like, I still haven't seen. I guess I needed to be more humble about it. I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world because everything that I've asked for is finally working out, and I needed to be put back in my place. So that's what I've been going through, and it hasn't been fun. It hasn't been easy. It's been a lot of crying, a lot of realizing how big your head has gotten. So it's definitely put me back in my place. But also things have come out of it too. It's like I am in the middle of healing my relationship with my mom. And part of it was me kept finding reasons not to have to go back. Even though I don't have to go back, I'm choosing to go back. She's not forcing me. Nobody's forcing me, but I feel forced because I chose to give up my home and my job. Even though I kept hearing that calling, but I finally chose to do it. And I kept talking it into existence, and it's finally here. And not a lot of people get to experience that kind of a blessing, to be free. And I'm free of two of the biggest burdens in my life, which are my job and trying to maintain my home. Well, not maintain it, but like maintain it in the fact that it was getting too much to handle. And it's just been hard. But I was talking to her today, and I ordered another bed to be delivered there in the next few weeks. And I was texting her, and I was like, oh yeah, just so you know, I ordered a bed to your house. And I sent back, I was like, I need to stop saying your house and start saying our house. But I keep saying your house because we all had our own homes, our own residences. So it's weird to me to leave mine and go back to hers, but I need to get in that mindset that it's mine too. And I keep saying, what's her address? But it's like, what's my new address? My new address is going to be this. And I need to keep changing my mindset to ownership. And like, it's mine too. It's not just somebody else's and I'm borrowing it. Like, I'm always going to have a home with my mom, no matter what. And I'm blessed for that. And I also realized today that I had this opportunity a couple years ago, and I passed it up for whatever reason, out of ego and pride. And I'm taking it this time because opportunities like this don't come around as many times. And I felt like this was it. This was the time to do it. Like, do it now or never. But it hasn't been easy. Ego deaths are not fun. Like, I'm blessed to be able to see my bullshit, be called out on my bullshit, and call myself on it. but it is not fun. And like most of the days, I just want to sit here and scream out the F word like an unhinged person, but I'm trying not to. I've been crying a lot, which has not been fun either, but it's been releasing. It's been cleansing. I stopped trying to force myself to get more things done for this move because I was focusing more on things on the outside instead of things on the inside that I need to do for myself. So I haven't been on here as much, even though it keeps nagging me to get on here and talk, but I don't feel like talking. But I need to, obviously, because it's part of my shadow work. It's part of facing my fears. And it's getting me used to being in the public eye again, but in a different way. Not being the life of the party at the bar, even though I didn't feel like I was the life of the party. I have more eyes on me than I thought I did. So, but now it's going to be, I'm focusing on having more eyes on me in a more positive way. And then I've been journaling a lot because I've had a lot on my mind, and I had a lot of revelations, and I realized this karmic cycle that I keep repeating. Other than one of my biggest problems is listening to other people, like keeping an open mind when people are trying to give me constructive criticism and like guidance and tips, and not taking it as someone attacking me. Because I've had to defend myself for so long that I feel like I had to learn things a certain way. And here comes that ego falling. Having people telling me, how to do something another way feels like you're telling me that I'm doing it all wrong. And then I get in my own head like, well, what can I do right? What am I doing right? Like, it makes me feel like anything that I do, I'm not doing good enough. And I know that has to do with self-worth, and I'm working on that too. Because someone trying to teach you how to do something a better way is not them attacking you, and it's not you doing it wrong. They're just showing you an easier way. And I need to remember to see that when I hear it. Like, I had a reading today, and it was tough love again, of course, which I needed. I can handle it. I don't like to, but I can handle it. And a lot of the things that she was saying were things that I had written in my journal, like the last few days. So it's kind of funny that she was saying those things. But I've also seen a lot of the forces around me that I knew were still there, but I haven't been able to see. But now I can actually see them with my own eyes and my own mind. I see some of the attachments I still have to my energy because of my mindset. And it's like I get very whimsical, and I let my imagination sometimes go wild. And then when I don't see those things that I saw in my imagination come to fruition in real life or in a situation that I'm in, I get really discouraged. I get really, really down, and I just get heartbroken, and I get stuck. And that's where I've been, is stuck. Because yes, I do see the options around me, but I don't see them in the way that I'd asked for them. And I have to keep reminding myself that we receive the things that we ask for in the ways that we need them, not the ways that we want them. And I know I've said that before, but somehow I keep forgetting that myself in life or some situations. But I mean, like, I can feel like the whole ego coming down, and I still feel attacked, but I know I'm not attacked. I know I need to let these things go because I'm very prideful. Because all I've done is fight. And like, some days I just don't have it in me anymore to keep fighting. Not even for myself. But I keep trying. But I need to stop saying that I don't have it in me to keep fighting. I'm just tired. because I've been fighting everybody, including myself, for so long that now, you know, a lot of the things that I've been fighting are gone, and I should be fighting for myself to stay positive. Like sometimes I just fall into that same mindset again. But I want to keep fighting for myself, and I'm still trying to fight for myself. And these last few days being like super emotional have been really hard. And I keep feeling like, man, like I could just go to the bar right now and just let it all go, forget about it. But that's not how it happens. And you don't forget about it, you just push it away, and then it comes right back, and it's the same cycle. And even at my lowest points, like I still don't want to drink. Like I still don't feel that feeling, but like my mind keeps going like, hey, you know, we could go back to that. We can go back to that mindset because you're almost there. But like I may be almost there mentally, but physically I'm not. And it was like I was almost craving a beer or a glass of wine. And I went and got a non-alcoholic beer. Like, I won't give in to that energy. I won't give in to it. Like, even if I have to go like the non-alcoholic route, and I still have that 6-pack that I got, I don't know, 2 weeks ago? It's a 4-pack, 3-pack now. Like, that's how strong of a will I have. And I don't want to go back to it. I don't want to go back to what I called my little hoe phase. And if I had known in this journey like things would be that hard, like it was easier to go through things like that, because like I could focus my attention and that energy on other things instead of putting it back into myself. Because I'm having a hard time putting it back into myself. Because I just keep seeing everything that's wrong around me and everything that's wrong in me. So I keep trying to fix everything that's wrong around me instead of what's in me. So like I've had a couple of friends like message and text me, and I haven't gotten back to them, and it's nothing against them. I just don't have it in me to talk to people right now. And that's okay too. Like, yeah, you can lean on people, but like right now this is just something I have to face alone. But I'm excited that I get to go back and be with family. You know, like my crazy egotistical mind was like, my heart's somewhere else and I want to go somewhere else. And it is, but my heart's mostly with me. Wherever I want to go is where, but I just keep running. I need to stop running. Like I'm running from going back home because I feel like I'm giving up my freedom, but I'm really not giving up my freedom. I'm giving myself more freedom. Like I'm not giving up my freedom. That right there is an example of more freedom, because you're not bound to anything. You can come and go as you please, just like I wanted to. And I kind of am now, but like I will truly be free. And I'll be out of this cold weather. Like yesterday was supposed to be my moving day, and I woke up and it snowed outside. And that was a clear sign that no, it wasn't time for me to leave yet. Because I was rushing things. I was rushing trying to get out of here and start my new life, but I was overpacking things, trying to fit as much as I can in this tiniest space. And that's kind of how it is with these feelings and these emotions and this mindset. It's like I have so many things packed into this little space that I need to unpack. And like I was sitting here the other day and I was journaling, and I heard like the Usher song, like, you need to sit down, this may take a while. And it's like, yeah, unpack, because you're not going anywhere right now. And it's not like unpack my things, like, yeah, I need to repack my boxes, because the last couple of days I've had people coming through here like looking at things and fixing things, and a couple of the boxes I had packed so heavy that I was trying to pull them and the handles broke. And it's like, yeah, I pack so much shit in these boxes, and it's like I pack so much shit in my mind that I need to unpack it. Like, I'm gonna repack those boxes the right way and stop doing things in a rush. But as I go through this daily, like, I'm unpacking my mind and I'm unpacking my heart, and a lot more of these burdens are being released from my heart and my soul, and it feels so good. But I know I have a lot more to do, and especially within these next couple of weeks, I have a lot of stuff to do. Like, I'm still dealing with childhood trauma and abandonment and resentment and a negative mindset. Now, I'm supposed to say that this journey is fun. Like, I'm enjoying this journey. I am. But it is hard. And I keep trying to find the little nuggets of light and the things that are working, instead of focusing on the things that I don't see working or that I don't think are working. But I keep trying to focus on every little blessing I get daily that is working. And it gets harder and harder sometimes, but then I have to sit here, and if I have to write, I write. And writing, I get humbled too, because I realize, like my hands just go and my mind just goes, and as I'm writing things, I'll write them wrong, or like sometimes I'm trying to write night, N-I-G-H-T, and I'll write it with a K. And knights to me are fighter, so to me, like, when I'm accidentally writing that, it's telling me that I need to keep fighting. Keep fighting to see the light, because I know it's almost there. I'm almost at the end of that tunnel. A lot of things have changed for me, like spiritually, mentally, physically, and that light is almost there. Like, I can see the end, but I fought for so long, like, I'm losing steam. And maybe that's why I'm so tired, because, like, so much of my energy is projected outwards and everywhere else instead of where it should be, within me. And I keep thinking that I'm, like, being selfish. But it is a time for me to be selfish, but I need to figure out what areas I can be selfish in and what areas I can be giving to, because I can't just be completely selfish. Other people need to talk to and get things off of their chest, and I listen, and sometimes I get lost in my own thoughts, like we all do, but I need to focus more on being present, not just with, like, other people, but myself too. Like, yeah, I can tell when I'm tired. Yeah, I can tell when my mindset is off. And I'm not gonna lie, yesterday I went for a long walk with Lola in the snow, and it was nice. It wasn't windy, so it wasn't, like, super cold. But I cried the whole walk. And I was telling my friend how I was, like, confused about, like, what I need to do and where to go from there. And as we were talking, there were 3 hawks circling and making their noise. They almost sounded like eagles or something, but they were hawks circling. So I knew, like, right then and there, like, that was a sign. Those are my spirit guides, like, trying to get my attention. But one thing I've been struggling with right now is, like, sitting down and actually meditating, because I'm having a hard time sitting still and quieting my mind. But I'm gonna work on it. I did have a plan when this first started. Like, I was gonna sit down, even if I had to sit down 3 times a day for 10 minutes, but I wanted to meditate for at least 30 minutes a day. And right now my form of meditation has been writing, but I need to actually just sit with myself, not write. I mean, I got some new journals on Friday, and I'm already about a quarter to a halfway through one journal since Friday. So, I mean, I've got a lot to say, and a lot that I've worked through, and a lot of karmic cycles that I've noticed. And a lot of them all point back to, like, my self-worth. Giving myself away to people out of low self-esteem or lack, like not wanting to be alone. confusing attention with affection, lust with love, and how in those areas of my life, like, alcohol had a big factor in it. Because I wasn't always like that. I wasn't always a big drinker. I didn't start drinking the most until I was 30. And that's when it started. But then, like, between, I'd say 34 to 37 were like my worst years. Yeah, 34 to 37 were my worst years when it came to alcohol, because my mindset was completely gone. It was just negative all day, every day. This isn't going to work out. That's not going to work out. Nobody listens to me. Nobody cares about me. And then, like, when people do want to talk to me, I'm like, why do they want to talk to me? Like, obviously because I'm interesting, and I just didn't see that in myself. But I see that in myself now. But I need to see that in myself more. Because when I get out of my head, like, I am a cool person. I am an awesome person. And I'm a very caring person. And I'm always giving, even when I don't have anything to give. I guess that was a confirmation. But, like, even at my lowest, like, I still gave the little bit of light, love, and attention I should have had for myself, I gave to others. And then when other people were trying to give it back to me, I was so damaged, I didn't know how to receive it back. But, like, I'm learning how to receive. And this is like an energy where I am receiving the blessings that I've asked for. But I also need to learn how to look for them, not just expect them to come the way that I asked for them. And that's a lesson that I'm learning now too. Some of them are obvious and some of them are ones that you need to see. Like, they might be the smallest opportunity. And I almost passed up a couple of them these last couple of days, and luckily at the last second I seized them. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for seeing that. And I'm proud of myself for all the growth that I've gone through within this last year. I may have, like, taken step backs or had setbacks, but I still kept growing. I'm still growing. We're never done growing. If you think you are, you're nuts. I know there's always going to be work to do, even though I'm tired of doing the work. And I know everybody gets that way. And I need to stop saying, like, you know, this again, or I'm not going through this again and stuff like that, because as long as I keep saying that, I'm going to keep being handed the same shit. I know usually I record this at 8, but I just need to get on here earlier so you get to see some sunlight, some daylight. But I don't know. I guess I needed to say it now, because if I didn't do it now, I would never do it, because I really don't feel like being on here. I really don't feel like talking. I really don't feel like sharing anything. But I know I need to for my own mental health. I can't keep it in. I can't keep writing it. You know, I talk to my mom daily. I talk to people on WhatsApp daily, but I don't talk about a lot of the stuff that is going on in my mind, and I'm opening up about it. And I keep airing out my dirty laundry on here. But it is what it is. But I'm going to go and do a workout and try and transmute some of this energy, because, like, all I've wanted to do lately is cry. And I've cried, and I've cried, and I've cried, and I've cried myself to sleep. I'm tired of crying, but apparently I still have more emotions that are coming out. And I'm like, by the time I get through with this, I'm going to need, like, a fucking facelift, because because I've wiped my face so many times, like, This is raw. Like, I keep doing face masks and stuff, and I try not to, like, keep wiping my eyes like this because I know it's not good for you. But I'm like, I'm gonna need a freaking facelift. I'm no longer gonna have, like, this youthful little face anymore. I hope I do, but this crying takes a toll on you. And it makes you tired. It takes a lot of energy. I guess I feel better now for talking. Thanks for listening.